Hello folks, welcome back. In this video, I will show you how to set up Tomcat server. As I discussed in the previous video, we need a target environment to host our WAR file. For that, we are setting up a Tomcat server. I have updated a document under our documents repository how to set up a Tomcat server. Let's go there. This is our simple DevOps project. Here we have a folder called Tomcat. Go inside to this, open Tomcat installation file. Here we have instructions how to install Tomcat. So it's quite simple. We need to set up a new EC2 instance to install our Tomcat. We can download it from the Tomcat official website. Once it is downloaded, go inside to Tomcat bin directory to start a Tomcat services so that you can access the application from the browser. For your information, even Tomcat runs on port number 8080, how our Jenkins runs. But in our case, these two are two different servers. That's why it won't create any conflict. But if you are running both in a single system, then you must change the port numbers. We have added procedure over here, how to change port numbers in Tomcat server. You can follow the same procedure if you want to change. And the next thing is we should create users. Why? Because we are going to host our WAR file onto Tomcat server. So Tomcat server has to allow our Jenkins server to authenticate to host our WAR file. For that purpose, we should create couple of roles and couple of users. I will show you how we can do that one. Let's go to our AWS console, create a new server to set up our Tomcat server. I'm jumping back to my AWS console just to refreshing the page. Okay, whatever I have terminated, it got disappeared. Let's launch a new system. Even here also I'm going with Amazon Linux 2018 T2 Micro. Nothing to change. Next. And tags, I'm giving name as a Tomcat server. Security group, will use the same security group because we have already opened port number 8080 over there. Next, launch it. We'll wait until it comes up. Alright, our server is in running state. Let's take the public IP of this system. Session SSH and load our key pair. Give user as EC2-user. Increase the font size. Clear the screen. Sudo to root. Now we need to download Tomcat package to set it up over here. Go back to your console. This is Maven. Let me close it. Apache Tomcat download. Yes. Okay, the initial page itself will take us to Tomcat 8 software download page. Okay, we have Tomcat 9 as well, but we go with Tomcat 8. Through Jenkins, we can deploy on Tomcat 8 server. So you can see the version of 8.5.43. Here we can able to download tar.gz. Copy the link address. I just copied it. Go back. Okay, this is our Tomcat server. Let me rename the host name. Host name Tomcat. Okay, it's named as a Tomcat right now. And I'm going to inside OPT and wget our URL to download Tomcat. Alright, it has been downloaded. Extract it. tar-xvzf. So couple of things, nothing but unzip and untar we are doing with single command. Again, for better naming convention, let me rename it as a just Tomcat. ls. Go inside to Tomcat. We can see the conf file, bin file. Okay, under bin, nothing but binary. You can see lot of files. Here you can see a startup.sh, shutdown.sh. Startup.sh is to start our Tomcat server and shutdown.sh to stop our Tomcat. So I have started our Tomcat, and also port number 8080 is already enabled in our security group. So we could able to access this one from the browser. 8080. That's it. It's quite simple. Okay, we could able to access our Tomcat server from the browser, but let me try to log in onto Manager app. It is not allowing me to log in. Why? Because by default your Tomcat server allows from your local system. To address this issue, we need to update one of the configuration file called context.xml. Then only users can able to log into our Manager app application from outside of Tomcat server. So let's go and find this file. Find slash minus name context.xml. You can see here three files are there, but we don't consider this one. We need to consider about files which are under web app. Let me edit it, and here you can see a line which starts with value class name. If you try to understand entry of value class name, it is allowing the IP address which starts with 127. This is actually a loopback address or local host address. So nothing but it allows only from the local system, but we want to access it from outside as well. So if we comment it out, it allows from outside as well. Go to insert mode to edit this file. To comment a line in Tomcat, it starts with less than, exclamatory mark, minus minus, and also ends here with minus minus close. That's it. Now we need to do same thing on other file as well. Let's open it. Go here, context value class name. So comment started, comment ended. Save the file. If we modify any configuration in Tomcat, we must restart Tomcat services. Stop it, shutdown.sh, then start it again. We have refreshed our Tomcat services. Now let's reload this one. Okay, and manager app. This time it is not throwing any error. It is asking for the username and password. But I don't know any username and password. So we should set up some of the users and roles to access it from the browser. For that, I have updated list of the users in our document. Just use this. If you understand this one properly, we are adding some roles. Manager GUI, nothing but to log in from the GUI. Manager script to execute some scripts. Manager JMX, like that different roles are there. And if you see a user called deployer, he is a group of manager script, nothing but to execute some of the scripts or copy some files from the other server. We need a manager script role. So we are going to create a user called deployer with password deployer and part of manager script role group. This user we are going to use to copy var file from the Jenkins. At the same way, we have a user called Tomcat and with password secret and part of manager GUI group. This user is used to access your Tomcat application from the browser, but it is just for testing purpose. Only this user would be sufficient for us. Let me copy this one. And one more thing is we need to update this one under Tomcat users.xml under conf directory. So let's go back. Currently I'm under bin directory. One step back. Again, if I do pwd, I'm under Tomcat folder. Here you have a conf directory. Edit the file called tomcat users.xml. Go to end. You must add users under Tomcat users context. So all the lines are commented out under Tomcat users. So I'm going to insert mode here and copy your users. So there may be a chance that sometimes some special characters may get added because I have encountered this issue. So let me remove the spaces again and add it. All right. Now save this file. Again, we need to refresh it. To refresh, we need to go back to bin. If you don't want to restart your application from the bin directory, you can create a link file, but I'm using limited period of time, so I'm doing it directly from the bin. So shutdown.sh, then startup.sh. These are shell scripts, so it ends with the .sh. Okay, now let's go here, cancel it, again refresh it. Now Tomcat and password is secret. Here you go. You could able to log into Tomcat Web Application Manager GUI. Nothing but whatever changes we have done, all are working perfectly. Fine, with that I'm stopping over here, and in the next video we are going to deploy our WAR file on the Tomcat server. From the browser we should able to access it. We'll see how we can do that in the next video.